Are they going to hear my breathing the whole time?
If you're really bad, just. But
I'll hold my breath. What if I do like this? Does that work? Talk from the side.
don't breathe for the whole entire episode. That'd be impressive. You could do that without, the whole an hour and a bit without breathing.
Yeah, how long is this?
This would be probably just under 2 hours.
Okay. I think my record is 3 minutes holding my breath.
Oh, I can say like your record is 3 minutes on a podcast. I'm saying
No, I've never
that's
done a
probably
podcast.
Have you never done a podcast?
No.
How does it feel to be on this one?
Good. Yeah, it feels really good. It feels like where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in your natural habitat.
Yeah. Is this red light? What does that mean?
So that means that the microphones are on.
Okay.
So if you see, I can turn this off. Anything, and that's just gonna look really bad in the recording. So yeah, let's not do that again.
Okay.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know.
You're not going to turn off the mic if I start saying something stupid?
Well, as long as it's not anything racist.
I'm not going to say anything racist, though.
Hopefully homophobic then.
I assume we haven't started then.
Oh no, we have started.
We have started.
We're like almost 1 minute 30 in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is the intro? All right.
We don't do an intro, we just go straight into it. Sometimes I'll ask how you're doing and we'll go into that, but I feel like, make it a bit more natural, just go straight into it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
How you doing, George?
Good. Yeah, chilling. Are you nervous? I'm a bit nervous.
I was definitely nervous for my first 2 or 3. I do get nervous a little bit, but you sort of warm into it really. And
Yeah.
I think when you realise that it's not really, going to be massive high quality, is it? People are not going to be listening to this, tuning into this.
What are you trying to say?
Oh yeah, well I mean, obviously you're an actor now, so you're big and then you're
performer.
high quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should watch me do stand-up.
Are you good at that?
No, I have never done it.
Oh, you never? Oh, you said you should watch. I should watch you.
Yeah. That was a joke. I'm just warming up.
How you feel about acting tomorrow?
I'm kind of excited, but yeah, I feel neutral, not super nervous. I don't have that many lines,
No.
and it's kind of an easy part to play.
Yeah, well, I mean, you did have acting with that news bite when you were shouting people, shouting to people,
Screaming into the mic
"What have you on my number?"
with like sweat dripping down my entire body.
Do you know, that was a good event though.
That was fun.
Hats off to the Swimming Society for organising that. It was a good event for November.
Yeah.
And it was good for us to get, brought into it, to do some interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting, that dynamic of not realising how hot it was or forgetting how hot a swimming pool can get.
Mm-hmm.
Then having the cameras just completely steam up and then you're sort of shitting yourself thinking, oh, the camera's going to break.
Yeah. I wasn't doing that, but...
Well, I was. I can...
Yeah. It's the heart and blood of XTV.
Yeah, well, we run out of cameras and then we can't really do anything, can we?
Yeah.
So
true.
So true indeed.
Yeah. Who's been your favourite guest so far?
That's a good question. I think it's different. James has probably had the best intro. I was saying to you, he what did he say? He said, "Unzip your pants, but slowly." I'm hoping he can't hear me because Joe's sister's in there.
And
his dad. There? His dad. So they can. I think it depends if it's broadcasted live.
Right.
If it's broadcasted live, they can play like the stereo and they can hear us talking to them.
Yeah.
But I think because it's not broadcasted live, they can't hear us.
Okay.
Or hopefully not.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
They're hearing us while we're looking at them, looking at us.
Should we start talking about them?
Yeah, let's probably move on.
Did you see that jacket?
Which jacket?
No, I'm just messing around.
But back to your question of who's my favourite guest.
Mm-hmm.
It's been different because Mateus is. I'll say probably Mateus. He had quite a lot of wisdom and a lot of good quotes and good philosophy. We're sort of similar in terms of how we approach the society stuff as well, and how we approach uni. In that we sort of despise uni and just love the extracurricular stuff more.
Mateus is the guy that does he's in committee for 6 societies or something.
Yeah, do you remember when we did the roundtable discussion for the guild stuff?
Yeah.
And he sort of sat there reading off 10 million titles.
He's social sec for European, and then he forgot one.
Yeah, he was. I think it's president for 2, publicity for 2 or 1. Oh God, general sec for 1, something like that. Yeah. It's quite a lot. Definitely gets involved. So
definitely.
You won committee last year, weren't you?
Yeah, I was in Scandi committee, social sec.
What was that like?
It was a lot of work. So when I was approached to have this role, I was scouted by my Scandi friends, and I thought social psych was welfare psych. So I was like, oh great, I'll just ask people how they're feeling, make sure everyone's included in the event. And then it was like, oh no, you have to plan all the events. And I started off strong, finished maybe not so strong. Yeah, but my other social psych now, Adele, last year is the president now, and they're doing a lot better.
What was it that, did you think you felt burnt out, or you just didn't have a passion for it?
I think I struggle when, with social things, if I have to go to them, and I had to go to every event. And I sort of, just because I'm social psych, it's like I'm planning them. But it's often like, sometimes I don't want to do this event, but I have to plan it and go to it anyway.
Yeah.
So I think that's just how I am. Like the autonomy of being able to choose.
That's a shame. I feel like even if you plan it, you don't have to go to it. I mean, obviously societies run differently to other societies, but I think for us, I'd organise events for like X Media or something. I just don't turn up to them. I definitely, last year, I'd probably turn up to all of the socials that we did. But I think this year, as you get older, sort of thing, you're not really into going out late. You'd rather just go to bed early, wake up early, or I'm not really into the social thing as much as I was last year. I think also when you realise that people are like 18, you're like 24, and you sort of think to yourself, what am I doing here?
It's a bit, it's like I have 14-year-old siblings, and the first years now that are 18 are closer to them in age than they are to me. And that's just a bit of a weird, I was 9 when they were born.
Oh, wow.
My siblings. So I'm just like, you guys are more like my siblings, my younger siblings, than like me. So it's hard to be like peers and just like hang around.
Do you think your sisters will come to uni? Not this uni, but uni in general.
Maybe. As a brother and sister, they're twins. I don't know. It's hard to say when they're 14.
True.
School is not exactly at the forefront of what they think about. Yeah. It's all about friends.
I remember when I was 14, all I did was just play football. Didn't do any homework or revise for the exams. Played football, watched football. Was bad at it. I mean, I was pretty shit, I'm not going to lie. But I enjoyed playing with my friends. It was definitely a good social activity. Yeah. And then it wasn't until...
That was nothing.
What was it? It was... I think when I left school, went to college, did 4 years of a qualification I didn't really want to do at the time. But looking back on it, it was actually quite a cool course. And compared to what I'm doing now, I enjoyed coming to uni and doing maybe the first year of the degree. I was like, oh, it's actually quite fun. Yeah. And you get into more of the essay stuff and you'd be like, Right. So I think like at 14, it's quite hard to sort of judge what you want to do, really. Yeah. But it's also interesting to see like how far you come in the space of 10 years as well,
It's kind of crazy. I think at 14, I don't even know. I was like barely conscious. I was just playing video games, having sleepovers. Yeah.
No. I that's good. That was
pretty much it. I was like a kid still, fully.
What games did you play?
Oh God. Well, obviously Minecraft. That was a big one. And then my friend and I got really into League of Legends. I know. Everyone reacts like that. But it was really fun. We had a blast.
Is that game... Did you ever play Rainbow Six Siege?
No.
I'm trying to think of a game that you can compare it to. It's one of those games that you either love or you really hate. But I never played it, so I can't really judge the game. I'm sure you've heard of Tyler One.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of his like highlights of the games and watching him just rage to it.
Yeah. So. No, it is a fun game. But if I hadn't started playing it when I was like 12, I probably wouldn't like it now. Part of the nostalgia is what gets me going. Not like that.
Yeah. I'm not one to judge, mate. Each to their own. But yeah, definitely nostalgia in games is quite a thing as well. Yeah. Minecraft, you mentioned, that's something I look back on with so fun memories. Yeah. You got the soundtrack Sweden. I don't know if you know that.
I don't know the specific one.
I wouldn't really sing out loud.
Is it one of the Minecraft songs?
Yes. I'll play it after you after this. Okay. And you'll probably be like, oh, it's that one. And you get like this feeling of nostalgia. Yeah. It's one of those. What other games did you play?
I played Skyrim. I don't know if you know that one.
Oh, that's quite... Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be disappointed myself if I didn't hear that.
But I played a bunch of games. I don't know... Yeah. Binding of Isaac is good.
That's a brilliant game.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Online. I got really nerdy with that one too. Yeah, those are like the big ones. And Civ 6.
Never played Civ.
Okay. That's good.
Is that the RPG, if I'm not mistaken?
You have like a map, and then you settle cities, and you sort of build an empire.
And you can play against mates, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Yeah.
Were you good at it?
Yeah. I still am. We still play every now and then. I have about 800 hours in it. So.
Holy shit. Yeah, if you played 800 hours of that and you weren't good at it, or, you know...
It'd be disappointing.
Yeah, I'd be questioning you, what you're doing with your time.
Yeah. So would you be upset if I like went on my phone now?
Excuse me?
If I went on my phone to like, if I was scrolling Twitter or something?
Why would you do that?
I just, feeling the dopamine's a bit low. I gotta get some Instagram reels or something.
What's on your Twitter or Instagram that's interesting?
Nothing. Or actually, Minecraft parkour Reddit stories.
What?
That really... Could watch that for hours.
Reddit stories. What one? Come on, give me an example of one.
Oh, they're all like weird. It's like... I mean, I haven't actually heard this one, but an example of one is like, F42, my son has turned gay, so he won't like fuck me anymore. It's all stuff like that. One of them was like, I love having diarrhea. Sometimes if I have a night to myself, I'll take laxatives because I just love the feeling of having diarrhea.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That does sum up Reddit, actually.
Yeah.
That really is a Reddit.
Yeah, but I would never read that on Reddit. You need the Minecraft parkour in the background, or the Subway Surfers.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
someone's playing Minecraft or like GTA 5 in the background,
Yeah.
and you've got like them reading some stupid story.
Or like car driving down a hill.
Yeah, GTA 5 was one that is definitely quite popular.
Yeah.
That medium. So.
Yeah, you're not a big Reels guy?
No, I'm terrible at cars, and especially GTA.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I used to try and play it with my friends, and then we'd all be doing racing. And by the time like 5 minutes in, I'd be dead last anyway. So what I'd try and do is I'd just try and sabotage everyone else.
Mm.
So whoever's first place or whoever out of our friends rages the most, which used to be my friend called Ashley,
Yeah.
I'd always just go after him just to piss him off.
Right.
You know, just to see him like turn his Xbox off and rage or something.
Well, you'd go after him in real life? Like fuck with his controller and stuff?
Yeah, I'd probably sit outside his house, you know, waiting for him to come out, and I'd just lob the controller over his head or something.
You're right. And you lived really close, hopefully?
I actually lived 10 minutes away from him.
Right.
Yeah, and then he moved to Bedford, which you have no idea, like,
No.
in terms of what that's like half an hour away from where I used to live. So it's not actually that far.
Where do you used to live?
So I technically still do live there, but because I'm at uni, I sort of class Exeter as my home now.
Yeah.
I live in a town called St Neots within Cambridge,
Okay.
Cambridgeshire. I just say Cambridge because everyone's heard of Cambridge.
Yeah.
You know, you think of England and university, you just think of Cambridge or Oxford. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is it nice there?
It's all right. I think I prefer Exeter because of the city, the mix of city and countryside.
Yeah.
And then when it
I
becomes
like that too.
more sunnier like it is today, and you know in the future, in the next couple of months coming up, you get the chance to go to beaches, and just go around Devon in general.
Yeah.
Which is quite fun. How long are you here for? Because you're doing another year.
Yeah, I'm doing another year. So I'm here for another year. But I'm leaving, I'm probably going to go home to Norway for the 17th of May, which is our national holiday.
Why?
So,
No, go on.
Because we celebrate. It's like a big thing. There's parades. Everyone dresses in suits and their nicest clothes and their bunads, which is our traditional Norwegian garb. The king stands on the balcony and waves for like 10 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for his arms.
Same. It's probably a really boring day for them because they have to stand on the balcony. We can run around.
So is that in the main city?
Yeah. It's everywhere. It's the whole country
Oh.
celebrates. We all wave our flags.
I also tried
Sing songs.
What's that?
Sing songs.
Sing songs. Will you be back for your graduation?
Yeah.
Which is 17th of May?
No.
16th.
16th of July.
Why did I say May? That's literally what you just said to me. Yeah, sorry, I meant the 16th of July. It was a Tuesday, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because
I think so.
It's either that or a Monday. Because mine is the Tuesday. I'm pretty sure mine's the 16th.
We probably have the same one.
Yours would be in film or English?
Both. But I think they're on the same day.
Yeah.
Because they do combined honours.
Is it not what your first part of your degree is? So English is your
That's the
first
first one, yeah.
So I think yours might be the Monday. I mean, regardless, I might be wrong.
Interesting. I'll look at it again. I hope not, because that would be... We've already booked hotels and stuff.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah. What's it like coming from the Norwegian culture to the English culture?
It's definitely different. People are a lot more rowdy here. Like everyone in Norway is very well behaved, unless they're like teenagers that are drunk. But in general, like out in public, people are they sort of keep to themselves. You don't speak to strangers or like make much of a fuss about anything. But here, people would like yell at each other. I remember when I first got here, some of the first weeks, I kept hearing people like screaming out of cars and like yelling "cunt" on the street, and I was like, oh, like just because he cut you off,
Jesus.
we won't even honk in Norway. It's like, oh no, sorry, no, don't worry about it.
So you're like the most polite people going.
Yeah.
And with
Very polite.
the opposite, with the biggest assholes going.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't actually hear it that much, but I guess, where do you live? Well, what area do you live? I don't think you can really give your address.
Well, right now, I lived in Lafrada first year, but it was just like walking around. I think I was just I noticed it a lot in the beginning because I don't think about it anymore. Another thing, there was like pub culture. In England, there's like pubs everywhere. People drink all day. You walk past a pub at 12 and there's like a family in there having a beer, and you just don't see that in Norway.
I think another one that you told me before was how cold it gets in Norway.
Yeah.
That people actually die in the evening.
Oh, yeah.
Scary.
Yeah. It's like if you get stuck outside in the winter, you would just die. There's like horror stories of people coming home from parties and passing out at a bus stop and dying.
Jeez.
And that just doesn't happen here, I don't think.
Do you know anyone that's done that?
No.
Oh, that's good.
But my brother once did pass out in the winter at a bus stop. And then my stepbrothers, but just the same thing. Then my older than him stepbrother had been to a completely different party and just found him at the bus stop, passed out, and was like, "Hey, you gonna come home or what?"
Jesus.
That was lucky.
That was very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think when you get cold, you just lose all energy too. It's like even if you wake up, it's gonna be hard to get going.
Your body just shuts down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Will start shutting down.
Yeah.
Which is quite horrifying, like what the body can do.
Terrible.
You know. It's weird things. Do you do cold showers at all?
Yeah, I have done. Like ice baths and stuff. I haven't done it for a while because it's been so cold the rest of the time.
But that's something that's
summer.
interesting. Like you shock your body and you actually warm your body up inside.
Yeah.
Which is weird. You know, I never really thought about you don't really, when you look into it and understand it more as you do it, or when you research it, it becomes more fascinating. You know, because you first do it just for the sake of, you think it's cool, you think you're really disciplined and stuff.
Yeah.
But then you actually do it, and I enjoy doing it.
Do you do it every day?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Even in the winter?
Even in the winter.
Bro.
Yeah. There was a time when I did it before I'd work out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was when my girlfriend came down in early Jan. I would do it first thing in the morning, and I was freezing my tits off going over to the gym. Like I'd walk in, and like when your nipples are like really hard, how cold it is. I had that, and I was like, I'll go back to my old routine of doing a cold shower after the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and that works. Although apparently it's bad for
hypertrophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I know it is, but there's people out there that do it still.
Yeah.
Like Chris Bumstead, he still does it.
Right.
And by look at the size of him, I know obviously I'm not got his genetics, so that's a bit of.
Or the steroids.
Is he? I thought he's natty.
I don't know. I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Chris Bumstead is?
No. He has a funny name though.
It is. I think they call it. His nickname is C-Bum. So.
Right. Oh, I've heard of him.
He might.
Is he the bald guy? Is he bald?
He's not. Who are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of the guy that does YouTube videos where he sits like this in very tight t-shirts. And he talks about health. He's like jacked.
I think I know. Is he? Oh, I don't know what his name is, but I've subscribed to him recently. If it's the guy you're thinking of, is he American?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't even watch him. It's my housemate.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. It's more like if you want to, bodybuild and completely maximize whatever you're doing.
Yeah, if I was into that, and I would obviously, mitigate how much if I have cold showers or not, or just move it to the first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Do you work out? But you do yours in the evening, don't you?
Yeah.
With your friends.
Well, it depends on when we're free. I've been slacking this week though, or like the timing hasn't worked out. But yeah, we work out ideally 5 times a week. This week I think went once. I also went for a run. Yeah.
How's that? Because I know you normally do, 20 minutes on the treadmill?
25.
25 minutes.
Yeah. Today is an hour and 15.
What, just running or treadmill?
Just walking.
Just
uphill. It's so boring. But no, running. I used to run a lot. I did track when I was younger. And it's frustrating now because I'm in much worse shape.
Yeah, but when you don't do it for a while,
yeah,
you trophy, don't you? That's what they call it.
That is what they call it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a shame, really. I used to be so light on my feet. Now it's like getting up from the bed is just a bit heavy.
Oh, you're getting older as well.
I am getting older.
You're almost 24, aren't you?
I'm almost 24.
Is it next week or the week after?
It is the week after.
Because you're going to London?
Mm-hmm. On Friday.
Yeah.
And then I'm coming back on Tuesday. And then it's my birthday on Thursday.
Oh, that Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
Thursday the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn. How's it feel turning 24? Well, almost turning 24.
So far, it feels okay. 23 was a rough one. I remember I had a little midlife crisis. Oh, hopefully not midlife.
But early life crisis.
Little crisis. I was like, oh my God, I'm so old. My best years are behind me. Everything's going to go downhill from here. And then a week later, I went go-karting. And I was like, oh, I can still do anything I want. And it's still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got over it. And this has been one of the best years of my life so far. So, yeah. Seems like it's going to keep being nice.
When you have those crises, it's always nice to remember that life still goes on, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah.
That sort of helps you get out of it. I think how was it like a really bad?
No, I mean, part of it too was I had just been to Philadelphia to visit my friend who went to uni there for like a week. And then I came back and it was my birthday like 3 days later, but I had an assignment at the same time that I was supposed to do in Philadelphia, but obviously we didn't do anything significant there. Or like we shot guns and stuff instead of working. So I think I was just a bit overwhelmed with like everything that was going on. Sort of on top of it. I think my actual birthday was nice. It was just a couple days leading up to it was a bit stressful. Yeah.
Do you ever get it when you leave an assignment last minute and you tell yourself, what
every
the fuck
single
am
time?
I doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I've been doing that my whole life.
Yeah, but I feel like you seem like a smart guy, so I feel like you're probably getting good grades.
People think that about me and I'm not so sure.
No?
Who knows really? I get decent grades. Nothing crazy. Yeah. But I leave everything to the last minute. In high school, I don't think I did any homework. Middle school and stuff.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's impressive to get to uni still and do that.
Yeah, I would just do the last minute revising.
That's exactly what I did as well.
Yeah.
Do you struggle with education? Not in terms of learning, like reading books or something, but like what you've taught yourself, like what the uni give you.
No, I've been very happy with it here in Exeter. And my work ethic's gotten a lot better now. Sort of take it more seriously. Because I sort of chose to do this. Yeah, I don't know what you mean specifically with struggle.
Find it hard to be motivated to do it.
Sometimes. There are some boring assignments. But overall, I'm just happy to learn and that I'm not doing math. Because that's really boring.
That is incredibly boring. I don't feel sorry for it because I don't really look down on people, or you shouldn't try to look down on people, who do maths or something. But I feel like I've got a housemate who does it, bless him, and I feel quite sorry, or like in terms of what he shows me his assignments are. And like you look at something, you're thinking, is that in like hieroglyphics or something? Like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah, and like at a certain point, they just lose all the numbers. It's all letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you ever good at maths? Was that
Yeah.
why? You were?
I've always been good at math, but I find it really boring. Well, part of the problem why I procrastinate is because I was like good at math. Also in Norwegian school, I grew up bilingual because my dad's American, so I could like they were learning how to say hello in English, and I could speak fluently. So like a lot of stuff was just easy in a way. So then I never had to work until I got to high school, and then I was starting to be like, oh right, I actually do need to work, but I hadn't built up any work ethic, or had any interest in like memorizing the periodic table or something.
Yeah, do you know what? Some things from maths, like algebra and stuff, is do you really think you're going to apply that in the real life?
I mean, it really depends on what you end up doing. If you do finance and, engineering and stuff, then yeah, of course.
True. Good point.
And probably useful problem solving skills and stuff. But if like what we're going into, I mean, I don't know what you're going to do, but I figure you're not going to pivot into engineering now.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Then I don't think it's that useful.
No. I think they should teach you about more health related stuff though. Exercising, eating healthier, sleeping better, stuff like that. Something you don't really get taught, and you have to go out your own way to learn about it.
Yeah.
Maybe they teach you now in schools. Maybe that's different. But from what I remember, that wasn't really what we were taught. We always got taught that smoking was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it obviously is.
Yeah.
So
they were right about that one. The sleeping thing, there should be like a life skills course that you do from year 1 until you graduate high school. That's just like how to do normal stuff, navigating being a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah. With like health, exercise. If you feel sad, here are some things you can do. Stuff like that.
Things like meditation as well. That's quite important.
Do you meditate?
I do. I try to do it daily for between 8 and 12 minutes. It's good to sort of think on your thoughts and then realise that your thoughts are just fucking random as fuck.
Yeah. That's true.
You get some really deep thoughts and some really angry thoughts, sad thoughts, they come and go, don't they?
Yeah.
It's always random what you get.
Yeah. It's important to take time to process though.
Yeah, that's what meditation's about.
Yeah.
Or, before I go to sleep, I try to sit and read a book, and sometimes you just sort of, get distracted with your thoughts. That's why I journal as well. I do that daily, trying to finish off something I'm grateful for. Because I like the idea of, 10 years down the line or something like that, maybe someone reads them and sees like how random life really is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it was my friend from last year. She said that her granddad did the same thing throughout his life, and she was able to read it and just like sort of get a glimpse of what life's about. If you know what I mean? So maybe.
Sorry, I keep touching the mic.
Yeah, I'm hoping hopefully keep it to touching the mic and nothing else. So
we're just a bit far away from that, Tom.
Maybe after the show.
Yeah.
Hopefully Anna doesn't hear this part.
I think she'll listen.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, at least we got another.
Hopefully.
At least got a guaranteed listener. So.
Yeah, my mom too wants to hear.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my family of course was gonna hear. Maybe my friends, I don't know if they're bothered to sit through the whole thing.
I don't know.
They hear me yap quite a bit already.
Oh, it's nice to know that your family into like listen to you do podcast stuff as well.
Yeah, of course.
Your extracurricular.
They're very supportive.
That's
in general of everything I do.
Have they always been close?
Yeah. Definitely. I grew up with divorced parents. Before, I don't remember them being together. So I sort of have very individual relationships with both of them. And close. Like I talk to them on the phone often. That's
good. No, it's good that you can have that, because I know a lot of people that have divorced parents struggle to sort of keep in contact with one. I think my parents are divorced, and I think I'd say I'm more closer to my dad. I still get along with my mum. I still love her, still talk to her and stuff. But I feel like I'm more relatable to my dad and my father, and I would stay more in contact with him.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it is. I know some people are just completely estranged from their parents.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is horrible.
Also,
horrible.
Parents that get divorced and then hate each other seems awful. Like mine have always been, they're still good friends.
That's good.
Yeah. So like I never had to deal with their conflicts as a kid. I had friends that like their parents wouldn't speak to each other. So all information and stuff had to go through this like 12-year-old. I think that does something to you.
Well, yeah, it fucks you up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you?
How old am I?
No, I know how old you are now, but you're 24, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're 25? Tomorrow?
7th of November.
Okay.
Yeah. What were you going to ask?
How old were you when they got divorced?
16, 17.
Oh.
But I had it throughout my childhood with them sort of arguing quite a bit. So it wasn't really, a marriage that should have happened.
Right.
And I it's something that sort of I picked up on now as a big fear of mine is getting married to the wrong person and having that for my future kids or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but like you said, it can really do a lot to people, can't it? A relationship that shouldn't be,
Yeah.
I feel like it's good that your parents can be divorced, still be, good with like get along with each other as well.
Yeah.
Because the bigger picture is you, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's what they always said. It's like our conflicts are secondary to raising this boy, which is very nice for me. Shout out, parents. Good job, guys.
I hope they'll be at your graduation.
Yeah, they will be.
Good.
My stepmom too, who I'm also close with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get the chance to meet them.
Yeah. You most definitely will. My grandma too is coming over from America.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
What part of the States does she live in?
New York City. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Grandparents are sweet as well.
Yeah.
I think
they're so nice.
Have you always been close with your grandparents?
Yeah.
Or?
I'm pretty close with my whole family, really. I've quite a big one now because of the divorce. There's just a lot of people.
Do you feel like you've got more appreciative of them as you got older?
Yeah, for sure. And when I was a teenager, I was not as happy about it. I mean, I've always been close to them, but
you get more close as you get older because you sort of realize as you mature, your values change, don't you? And what you appreciate and what you really value.
Yeah. And then there's that middle stage when you're a teenager where you think your parents are like losers and they can't do anything right. So you go from idolizing them as heroes to being like, oh, you guys fucking suck. And then you're like, oh, okay, they're actually just people too, and they have wisdom and like stuff to help me out. Like, it's nice to get on the phone if I have like a question about anything, like logistics of like forms I have to fill out and stuff. Just get like a sounding board for stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think that's really nice.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And grandparents are like that as well.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky that I've got grandparents in my life still. And that'll be at my graduation as well. They've been very supportive of me throughout my entire time coming to uni. I remember when I told them, like, on the phone to my granddad and how happy he was and how shocked he was because they only live half an hour away from here on the train. So I go once or twice a term.
Nice.
And I know I'll definitely be seeing them more over the summer because of how busy this term's been.
Yeah.
I get to see them before when I go home for Easter. I'll be spending a night at theirs, probably watch a film or two.
Yeah.
My nan will cook something because she's an incredible cook. I think all nans are.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's a generational thing.
Something about it.
They must have learned quite a bit from their parents.
Yeah.
Cooking.
Although my American grandma doesn't cook anymore. She gave it up. I think after her kids, like my dad and stuff, moved out, she was like, I don't want to anymore.
She retired.
Yeah, she retired. She's quite funny like that. She just decides. I was like, when I was a baby, and we went to New York to visit her, she was like, oh, I don't do babies. So like she waits until they're a bit older, I can talk and stuff. Then she's like, oh, okay, now
I can talk to you.
Yeah. But yeah, she's probably a good cook though. I've heard stories.
Does she make sponge cake? I know it's a random question, but I've heard that all nans can make sponge cake. And my nan definitely can.
I don't even know what sponge cake is, I'll be honest.
Wow.
Is it just like cake? It looks like cake.
It looks like cake and it literally is just a really spongy, soft cake. That's
what's the flavour?
It could be whatever.
Sponge? Sponge doesn't taste very good.
No, you wouldn't be eating SpongeBob. You'd be eating like strawberry or vanilla or chocolate.
Yeah. SpongeBob, that guy might taste good though. Working in the fry, you know how sponges absorb stuff? He's working as a fry cook every single day.
Yeah,
the juice has got to get in there,
What the fuck?
You haven't thought about this?
No, strange enough, I haven't thought of what SpongeBob tastes like. Because that does sound a bit wrong.
Yeah.
Thinking about eating the SpongeBob.
Well, he'd be a bit salty too, I guess, because he's in the ocean.
Yeah, and well, he eats when he absorbs all that grease and all that fat. I feel like over time, that probably wouldn't be too
It's
good. It's
gonna taste even better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let it marinate in there.
Your arteries might not like you, but
yeah. Well, there's only one SpongeBob, so I think I can take that.
good point. Good point. Did you watch SpongeBob growing up?
Yeah, I did. Excellent show. Did you?
I did. I always remember the film that they created.
Oh yeah.
It was the Goofy Goober.
Yeah.
And he had David Hasselhoff in the actual film with his chest, and he shoots SpongeBob into.
God, the mic again.
God, that was random. Yeah, that's fine. When I edited it, I'll just see this huge spike in audio.
And you cut that out
when you beat up the mic. No, I'll probably leave it in.
Oh right. I guess it wouldn't make sense that we're talking about it afterwards.
No,
cut a lot of it.
You just cut it out, and it's just like you hitting it. It's really quite fun.
Yeah. I have a question for you, Tom. Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
Your girlfriend, your mom, or your dad?
Fuck. So fuck, marry or kill, and I've got my. Fuck my dad, marry my girlfriend, and kill my mum.
Oh God.
No, God, that's hard.
You're gonna kill your own mother?
Marry my dad. Oh no.
Do you see?
Oh, you're a dick. What is this question? Oh God, Joe, I was gonna ask something like this to you at the end of this episode.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna ask you the same question.
Oh, don't be crude, Tom.
Fuck
Please.
You. Go on, you got to answer now.
No, that's a horrible question. I don't want to answer that.
For God's sake.
I think when we were doing the swimming film, we should have said, would you rather fuck your mom or your dad? Like, we should have asked people that.
Well, I
think it would have been funny.
I asked Joe, like, would he fuck his dad or mum first? Or
but we didn't get that on camera.
No, I think he might have deleted. Oh no, because he had it with his microphone, his phone. He's recording like interviews, and I think he might have deleted it.
Right.
I don't know why. I mean, it was a pretty good question, very related to the topic of November, isn't it?
Really? Yeah, of course. It's asking some hard hitting questions. What does November mean to you? Would you rather fuck your mom or your dad? It's an impossible. I mean, it's a horrible question.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's nice to get brought in on what you think about quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Your questions. You must ruminate on this quite a bit.
I was thinking about it. When do I ask?
When do I ask?
Who do I ask?
Do you know? I really wish I just went silent or said, like, "Oh, we're live" or something like that, just to like make it quite awkward or embarrass you. But
yeah,
it didn't work.
Or if you just answered like right away, like you really thought about it.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah,
but in a bad way.
Well, weird.
Yeah.
It would say a lot about you.
That would show you that I ruminated on it more than you did.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is near enough impossible, surely.
Well, I don't think about it. I don't want to think about it. People ask me those questions. I'm like, no.
You have to answer.
I refuse. No, I don't. Who decides that? There are no rules.
But what if they answer? Do you not feel bad for not answering?
No, I go, you fucking freak. You kill your mom.
Oh, God. Well, you've now got it on this podcast that I'd fuck my dad.
Yeah, I do.
You're a dick. This is the last time you comment on.
Oh, was I going to be a repeat guest?
I don't know. I have not really dropped term for his schedule yet. I know I've got a lot of people that I want to come on.
Isn't Lola coming on?
Yes, I'm trying to get her to come on next term.
Yeah.
Because this term is booked up, and obviously we've got deadlines and stuff. I don't think Lola's behind you.
No, I just heard someone knocking.
Oh, wow. Oh, I just didn't hear that.
No.
Must be behind you.
Just in my head.
Yeah. Do you work out of Lola? Because I know she goes to the gym.
No. She goes to a different gym.
Pure gym. And you're the one by Aldi.
Yeah, the gym group.
Gym group.
I go with Alex and Marco. Yeah, you haven't met them.
The Romanian.
Alex is Romanian, Marco's Serbian.
Yeah, and they drive. You guys all like take a car, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You should come Pure Gym.
I did last year. And the year before.
What was your reason for? Was it just because you wanted to work out the others?
Yeah, well, they prefer that one, and it's a nicer gym. And if you have a car, it's just like, why not?
Good point.
Less busy, and it's like Pure Gym is so claustrophobic, but the gym group is like a 2-story sort of open space type of thing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's really nice.
I think you also need
big windows.
I think you need to go to Pure Gym at a certain time. I'm lucky that I go early, so I don't get too busy. I know if you leave it between like 8 o'clock and I want to say 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, it's pretty like heaving because you know on the app you can check how many people are in there.
Yeah.
I think I've had it. My housemate, he's checked the app. It says like 130 people in there, and all I hear is like, "Fuck that! I'll just go tomorrow."
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous, and it's like you can't do anything. It's so crowded. It's like stressful getting machines and stuff.
Yeah, it's quite hard because you wanna if you got like a set routine of what you're gonna do, and obviously you have like 10 people queued up on like the bench press or something.
Yeah,
you have to do something else, don't you?
Yeah.
But I guess it's not the end of the world because you can just do something else.
Yeah,
you literally just do dumbbell bench press or something.
That's true. But the atmosphere too, when it's crowded, it's a bit much. A lot going on.
Yeah, true.
Noisy.
True. Do you listen to music or anything?
Yeah, I do listen to music. In general or at the gym?
At the gym.
Yeah.
Well, I think everyone listens to music surely in general.
Yeah. Although I met someone who didn't really like music. Shocking. Right? She said she was more of a podcast person.
Fair enough.
I was like, that's the first person I've ever heard who doesn't really like music.
No, that's weird. I thought music is good for, not good for us, but I mean, it can be good for us, can't it, really? Because it helps improve our mood and stuff.
Yeah.
Depending on what you listen to.
I love it. I listen to it all the time.
Do you listen to like heavy metal stuff when you're in the gym then?
Yeah, some like rock heavy stuff. Or some like power chord songs. Like 70s, 80s stuff. I think that's fun. Or like Norwegian party music is good. Yeah. Or there's like some hardstyle type of music. I don't know if you know what that is.
Hardstyle type of music.
It's hard to explain.
Could you sing it for me?
No, I don't think I could physically. I'll play you some after the podcast.
Please do. Please do.
It's quite intense. What do you listen to?
What do I listen to? It ranges from quite a bit. I do listen to older stuff, like 60s, 70s. Post Malone, if we're looking at contemporary artists. Eminem stuff is pretty good. His older stuff is good. Not really a Taylor Swift person.
No.
No, are you?
No, not particularly.
No.
I have nothing against her, though.
No, I dare to say I think she might be a bit overrated, though.
Yeah. Oh, she's so famous. It must be exhausting to be that famous. Every single move she does is like talked about by millions of people. That's crazy.
Yeah, she probably couldn't fart without people.
No, and then like, she's like involved in politics. She doesn't even say anything about politics. But then Republicans get on Fox News and they're like, Taylor Swift is blah 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 whatever, and it's like, why is she involved in this? You know?
There's even people on Instagram that are tracking her carbon footprint from a plane and stuff.
Oh, that's quite funny though.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit sad.
Yeah, and then it's the memes that are like,
the remote.
when they throw the plane across the stadium and it's like Taylor Swift when she changes seats.
Have you seen the one where it's Taylor Swift sitting on the sofa and there's the remote control?
Yeah,
and it's like a picture of her like a plane.
Or there's like a rocket.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Oh god.
That's my name.
Do you know what, the internet is definitely a double-edged sword. You know, you get some really golden stuff like the memes and some of the stuff you get on Instagram is funny.
And then you get like incels.
And you get incels, yeah.
Yeah, which is not great.
I think that's more of a sad story than it's
very sad. It's
very sad because I think any one of us could really become that. You know, we just go down the wrong path, get influenced by the wrong people. Yeah. Look at us, we just hate our lives, hate women. Yeah. You know, something that we need. Yeah. Well, to survive, I mean, let's be real.
What?
If you're straight, you need women to make a couple,
right?
Don't you?
Like relationships. Yeah. You at least need to
have a relationship.
Have a sense of self-worth that is outside of that.
Yeah, of course. You shouldn't look at your relationship as your be all and end all. Yeah. You know, it's a compliment to your life. It's not your life.
But I think important. I'm at least very grateful.
Do you know anyone that's become an incel?
No. I probably wouldn't be friends with them. Well, it depends on who it is, I guess. But
I think it'd be more interesting to know their thought process.
Yeah. But if they're like a raging misogynist and they're like, it's all women's fault that I'm single, but then they come with their beard that goes halfway down their neck and sort of greasy hair, and it's it's often an archetype I find.
Yeah,
of people that don't take care of themselves.
They can't see their dick.
Yeah,
they don't. They've never covered a dumbbell sort of thing.
And there's no conversationally. There's nothing going on.
No.
Yeah, a little bit. What's the word? Simplifying. It's not like everyone who's an incel is like that, but yeah.
I know what you mean. Basically, just character
of
what an incel is. Yeah. It is generally a shame because relationships, not just romantic relationships, but any type of relationship, even if it's friends with the opposite gender, is one of the best things you can have.
Yeah.
And then to become so isolated and then have friends that reinforce that isolation by telling you what you're saying is good.
Yeah. And online too, it's very easy to say whatever.
It's horrifying. Yeah. Well, I think it's one of those things why so many men commit suicide, isn't it? Really, that lack of relationships and connections with people.
Yeah, loneliness. Yeah. And I think, men aren't really taught to process their emotions, so they build up to an overwhelming extent.
I think, well, that's where men and women differ, don't they? Really, because women are better at talking about it than men are.
Yeah.
I think that's a given. Really, I think you can definitely see that throughout I can see that in my friendships.
Yeah.
Women are very open about what they think.
Yeah.
Even with my partner. Okay, she's quite open about how she thinks, and sometimes I bottle stuff up, but not in a bad. Well, I mean, it's bad, but it could be worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are extents to this too, but yeah, I think generally culturally it's more accepted for women to cry, and be let that out. Well, for men it's you have to be stoic. You have to be this strong, oh, I am so mighty and whatever. But then I think actual strength is not being ashamed to cry or to be honest with what you're thinking and feeling.
I do believe in stoicism to a point though. I do think we need to take stuff on the chin. Not everything, of course. If something upsets you, you should talk about it. Tell people, but some things are just quite small.
Yeah. But talk about it, sure, but at least in your own head be okay with feeling it. If you're sad and you want to be in your room, listen to some sad music and process what happened to you, then do that. Don't be oh, but I have to be strong, or don't feel ashamed about that. We all have emotions are a part of human life.
Yeah, well,
you can't get out of it, so you might as well learn how to manage them.
Accept it and get on with it all. Yeah,
Yeah, because then you sort of process and you feel it out, and then you can go move on. Yeah, do whatever you want.
And I think you also act out on other people, don't you?
Yeah.
In a way when you bottle it.
Yeah, or when you're drunk, people will get very angry, which is just repressed sadness from whatever they never visited again.
But that's what happened to me with my previous relationship. I was someone that was quite bottled up a lot of emotions, and when I used to drink, I was a bit of a dick to everyone, to be honest with you. There's a lot of thoughts and stuff that I brought up, and I never could really manage.
Yeah.
I'm very I'm grateful that I went through that in a way, because I've sort of had that at an early age. I can reflect on it and think, oh God, I don't want to be that again.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I don't drink.
Yeah.
Just how I used to be to people. It's horrible. Being someone that ruins someone else's night is not what you like to be told.
No, not at all.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Yeah, I've grown up. My dad less so on the emotions, but he's gotten more open about it as he's getting older. But my mom and my step mom are both very open about emotions and talking about it and stuff. Especially my stepmom is very you have to feel all your emotions. So I think from an early age I was sort of encouraged to do that. So I feel I never got to the point where it was all bottled up in a horrible way. Although I say that, but I did also have episodes of depression and stuff, and that is a lot of bottled up emotions.
Is that just life hitting you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Life tends to do that.
Yeah. It's hard. It is hard.
Mm.
Yeah. Did you hear anything from that guy? From Ollie's friend? I don't know if we should talk about that.
No, let's probably not talk about that.
Okay.
It's not our place to talk about on here. But exercise is something that definitely helps with mental well-being. You know, I can tell you the amount of times that I've woken up for like shit. Not like in a depressed manner, but like you're anxious or you just feel like, oh, what's the point sort of thing. Then you work out and you're like, oh, actually, do you know what? I feel fucking great.
Yeah. That's so funny. It's a life hack for sure, exercising.
And it goes back onto what we were saying earlier about what they should teach you at school is the importance of exercise and stuff and how influential it is for you.
Yeah. Just being, and then the confidence you get from being physically fit too. Not necessarily being sculpted or whatever, but that you can run and you can like, push stuff around. Like the sort of feeling of strength is quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that. I think being able to run a half marathon or a marathon, well, a lot of it is very challenging. It's also like it's quite nice as an achievement to look on.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I did that. Yeah, that was fucking tough.
Yeah, like you can do hard things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always find it funny that it was easier for me to run the marathon mentally than it was for me to ask my girlfriend out.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
How a simple text of want to go for a coffee like took so much fucking mental well-being, but running 26 something miles was easier.
That was okay.
Yeah, it was tough towards the end, but I feel like that's a given, isn't it? Really, when you're putting your body through that.
It would be surprising if it wasn't tough.
I feel like
you'd be doing it wrong.
You'd probably be disappointed in your performance, then, wouldn't you? Really, because you're supposed to give it all, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, not all because you'd be dead, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, as much as you can.
As much as you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a scary text for you.
That was a scary text, but I mean, I think since uni and getting to these sort of dating process and stuff, you just get better at doing it. Just fucking get on with it. Come on.
Yeah. I've never been good at that stuff.
Did you take how long? We shouldn't talk about it.
No, you can ask.
How long was it to asking out Anna?
I didn't even ask her out.
Wait.
She approached me with this whole thing.
Oh, what? Oh.
Yeah.
Man, you
So
lucky,
I got up
you lucky
easy.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. I went to Bath. She was living with my friend there. And then we just sort of got to talking and went out clubbing and stuff. And then when I left, she texted me and was like, "Hey, I like you. Do you wanna come back?" And then I did.
And here you are now.
Here I am now.
You're both now my lead actor and actress.
Exactly.
In my
That
film.
was the plan all along. I think
Exactly.
she knew probably that I was going to meet someone who's going to make a film, and this was going to be her big break.
This is her chance to get married.
Yeah,
Early,
yeah.
Isn't it?
Definitely get married.
The funny thing is, I could actually be someone that can legally marry you, and I'm going to do that on the film.
Are you going to get ordained before tomorrow and then prank us by marrying us for real?
Yeah, well, it won't be tomorrow because tomorrow will be more rehearsals, but
Right.
in 2 weeks' time, where we do it for the real thing, the real shebang. Yeah. Well, then I've got 2 weeks to do it then, haven't I? Get prepared for it.
For the listeners, Anna, my girlfriend, and I are acting in Tom's dissertation for his film.
Yeah.
Just thought maybe they'd get some context for that one.
These two wonderful people have offered to be my lead actors and actresses in my film, and I'm extremely grateful for it because, you've both done me an absolute massive favour.
Yeah, and it's fun.
And
Hopefully, at least.
I generally do really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. No worries.
So I'm hoping we can, make a good film together. That'd be nice.
I hope so too. I'm really good at acting.
Have you acted before?
No.
Good. I feel like you'd be fine, man.
I think so too.
If it makes you feel better, I'm going to be a priest. So
yeah, that will make me feel better.
No, I'm going to be dressed like a pastor.
Yeah,
with
my the collar and everything.
Yeah, because Simon, who is an older version of your character.
Yeah.
He is part of the chaplaincy team.
Oh,
He's also a really lovely guy. Like he's someone I want to get on the podcast as well. Because I always say to him when I speak to him how our friendship started for something so small. It was something because I used to study in the old library in my first year, and what I would do is I'd take him to him every morning. Every time I would see him go into his office, and he'd say morning back. Yeah. And after a while, I'd be like, "Oh, what's your name?" Because I keep saying morning to you, and he's like, "Oh, my name's Simon" and stuff. And then when it came to the second year, when I was on with me and Christiana, who you'd meet, she's the producer for the film. We were both a station manager for XTV, and then we got the chance. She was going to make a film. She was looking for like an older character, as the lead for her film. And I was like, oh, I know someone, Simon. So I asked Simon if he'd be interested, and he was like, yeah, of course. And then up he stepped. He acted in that. He did a good job. Then he acted again in her other film. He was a priest, actually, funny enough. He married the two characters that got married in that film at the end. So, yeah.
Does it feel good for you to have friends that are closer to you in age than everyone else here?
You motherfucker. I guess it's nice to be able to have mature conversations with older people, though.
Yeah.
Because if I came at 18, 19, if I came at uni at 18, 19, I don't think I could have the same conversations that I do.
No.
I don't think I'd be sitting here talking to you now the way I was at 18, 19, how immature I was.
Yeah. Well, you would be, 21 by the time you were in third year?
Yeah, 21, 22.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's how old I was when I started here.
Same here. Yeah. Damn.
Wouldn't be the same for sure.
No, and I'm grateful I came out uni.
Yeah.
As an older person.
Same. Although I did it as a younger person too. Didn't work out that well.
Oh, because you did it in Norway, didn't you? Was it Canada?
In
Canada.
Yeah. Engineering.
Yes, you said to me actually last time I spoke to you.
Yeah. When we were trying on the dress. Tom and I tried on a dress together.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
We both didn't fit, which was a shame. I thought it'd fit both of us in this one dress.
But yeah, I did engineering there for like a term and a half. And then COVID happened and I was like, this is my ticket out of here. Because I was severely depressed and very sad and lonely at the time.
What was it like COVID in Canada? Was it all lockdown?
Well, I left right when it started.
Oh.
I went back to Norway. Yeah. I had to.
And what did you do for that year?
I moved up north in Norway to a place called Trondheim with my best friend from, we've known each other for years. Since I was like 13. And we just lived together there. And I was just like messing around really. I was a tutor for a bit. And I started writing. I was like reading books and going to the gym and stuff. It was very, very chill. Very nice time. And then I also applied to Exeter and like figured out what I was doing with my near future. Yeah. What did you do?
I was working at Tesco's for a year as I had to save up money to come to uni. I had to pay for my first year of tuition. As with the UK system, you get 4 years of tuition fee funding. I used 2 of those years up in my last 2 years of college.
Oh right.
So when I applied to come to Exeter, they told me that I would have to pay for my first year and they'll cover my second and third years.
Yeah.
So I deferred for a year, took the year out, worked at Tesco's for all that time. It was good because I got my driver's license. My mindset changed and became more routine based, and more ready for coming to uni. You know, my habits changed. Was in a better place, you know, in terms of how I approach my life.
Yeah.
So it was definitely worth it.
That's kind of what I did too. Sorted out my head.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
How like a year out works.
Yeah.
For us both. You know, how we initially both wanted to do something and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But then actually, in reflection, it is actually better that it didn't work. It's good that it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Then we had the chance to do something
thank
else.
God. I can't imagine what I would be doing in Canada as an engineer. I'd have graduated.
And you might not have met Anna. You don't be sitting
Most definitely not. I don't think. I wouldn't be here. Yeah, so many people I wouldn't have met. And I would have been an engineer. I don't think I would have ever been able to live with myself.
I say we never got the chance to film that sex scene, did we?
Oh,
so,
yeah. We wouldn't have been able to do that either.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was a good day. Good day of filming.
Yeah. That's for the deleted scenes, the bloopers. You know, when we show that in the screen that we do for the whole entire module.
Oh yeah.
I make sure my film goes last, of course, so everyone's there ready with their popcorn and stuff. And at the end, you just have me and you clapping each other's cheeks. That'd be an interesting end.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you consider having a sex scene in your disc?
No.
No.
Not at all. That would just make no sense at all.
No.
The mood of the film.
Yeah.
It's actually weird writing a film. I really enjoyed the process of doing that, having like a vision of what it's going to look like, and then making it into an actual script. I know you do writing. Like, what's your process behind that?
Well, I do like prose writing. I haven't written a script before, but yeah, it comes from an idea. I have an idea of something, a story in my head, and then I just start writing it down. And then it sort of changes while I write. Because I don't know, I never know the details. I just know, like, okay, I have this guy, and he's in this situation, and he wants to do this thing. And then it sort of develops from there. And I have, like, a rough idea of the direction I want it to go. Then I just start. Yeah.
It's nice to be creative, though.
Very nice. That's most of what I do. Oh, that's probably sleep more than that. But it is like my main sort of interest and hobby, you know.
Yeah, I think the gym is probably one of the best hobbies you have.
Oh yeah, but that feels like a different type of hobby.
Yeah,
it's more of like a health and fitness hobby, not like a brain hobby.
I would argue it is a brain. I'd say more of a creative hobby. Is what not what the gym is, but what writing is.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's what I mean. Because gym definitely super good for your brain or exercising in general. Yeah. But it's not like a mentally stimulating. It's more of a, like my brain sort of takes a break when I'm at the gym. I'm using my body more.
Yeah, I think it's also a little bit of a mental battle getting into the gym.
Most definitely.
I know for me, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, fuck that. I just want to go back to bed and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Put my shoes on.
Did you ever do that?
I actually not for a while. I think I more do it when I did it last time a couple of times when I wanted to go for runs.
Yeah.
But I think I know the feeling of when you don't wake up and don't get after it or don't do your thing, and then it's like an hour later and you wake up and you just feel so unbelievably shit about yourself.
Yeah.
I get that. So I think I'm more likely to procrastinate on going on a run. Not go back to bed, but just sit there, go on my laptop and do some work. Right. What is it? Productively procrastinate on running in a way.
It's effective, probably.
It's effective in getting my uni stuff done.
Yeah.
But I know I still have to go for the run regardless because that's what I want to do. Just want to exercise for the morning and get it over and done with.
Yeah.
So I do think exercise is definitely a mental thing in terms of getting to it. But yeah, it's definitely one of those that you can sort of switch off a little bit and just
while you're doing it.
Yeah.
At least, yeah. Yeah. At least uses a different part of the brain.
It does.
Yeah. I'd say I'm not as disciplined as you sometimes I'm like, no, not today. Not today.
Not today.
Do something else instead.
Yeah, but I guess we're all different, aren't we? That's why I do it first thing in the morning. So it's over and done with. I know, because I used to, when I was at college and stuff, I used to say I'd go after college or I'll go in the evening.
Yeah. And
then when it comes to the evening or when I'm about to get off the college bus, I'd be like, I'll just do it tomorrow instead, actually. Yeah. I used to do it all the time. Yeah. That's why I get up early and do it first thing.
Yeah, I think when you have a routine like that, it probably helps.
Yeah, it's probably been one of the best things that I've ever done to my life is add a routine and a structure to it. I think it makes me feel in control of my life.
Yeah.
More in control of what I'm doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you can control the effort and what you do in your life, but you can't always control the outcome, can you?
Yeah. The problem I have with that is that I find it so hard to wake up early if I don't have something specific going on. So like if I have a morning lecture, I'll wake up at 7 fine and go to my lecture. But if I have a day off, like today, or, most of my days this term, because I only have 2 days of class, and they both start at 3:30 or 2:30, then it's like, well, my brain knows that I don't have to wake up. So I'll sleep, maybe I'll set my alarm for 9, go to sleep at 1. And then I wake up at 9 and I'm like, yeah, but I could do another hour. And it's not like, I'm not like consciously thinking it, but my body just sort of goes back to sleep. Sometimes I'll snooze my alarm without really thinking about it. Because I'm so like I find it so hard to decide to wake up when I don't need to. Do you have any techniques?
I put my phone outside of arm's reach from my bed and from when I get up. So I have to actually get out of my bed to do it. And sometimes I'm deep in sleep and then I hear ding, I literally just shoot out of bed. I have to turn my phone off. because I also don't want to wake up my housemates.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's where it works for me. And doing that and then having my gym clothes, shoes and socks and what I'm going to be wearing when I go to the gym.
Yeah.
And my gym bag ready every night helps a lot as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I see that. I might try that. Because it is frustrating sometimes when I've had 8 hours of sleep and then I sleep 2 more hours, completely unnecessary, just because I didn't wake up, and then it's like 11, and then I wake up and I'm like, okay, then I go take a shower, have my breakfast, and it's like 12, and then I get started. It's just a bit like the momentum doesn't quite happen.
Yeah. But I think I use stress in a good way, not in a bad way. In a good way, because you can use stress in a good way to help you get stuff done.
Yeah.
It helps you focusing and make sure you're actually working in the moment as well. So I sort of use that to say, if I don't do this, this is what could happen. And you feel like of how far you can set yourself back by not getting up in time. Yeah. Because I've done it before when I've been late to things. I mean, I was almost late to meeting you.
Oh yeah.
Because I told you to 10 to, wasn't it? 10 to 1. I got here just on 10 to 1, I believe. And I get a bit stressed, like with not making sure I'm not on time. I need to make sure I'm on time, sort of thing. So I always tell myself, if you don't wake up, or if you don't go to the gym or whatever, this is what could happen. Yeah. And normally it's like, oh shit, okay, let's get up, let's go. Right. Let's get up and do some things. Yeah. So it's also hard as well when you have your partner over as well.
Yeah, so difficult. And then it's so much nicer to like have a long morning.
Yeah, it can be.
More comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't look at me like that. I don't even mean it like that.
I think my mind's in the gutter. No, but I'm lucky that I can get up. I would get up, work out, and come back. Yeah. And then think my girlfriend would still be asleep. Okay, it would still be asleep.
You do that? Oh, yeah. I don't have that strength.
No, I know, because I know when I saw her in October, I didn't work out at all because I was going over to hers, and I remember like how tired I was, and like you get like a weird feeling when you don't work out, and you could have, and you feel it's also a bit being a bit annoyed at yourself, and you can sometimes take out on others a little bit. Yeah, if you know what I mean. So I become a bit grouchy. I wasn't more appreciative of my time with her. So I know I work out first thing in the morning, get the hardest thing pretty much done out of the way. Yeah. Then I've got more time to be present with her. So, and plus she's still asleep by the time I get back because she's not a morning person, bless her. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are you similar at all in that routine?
Not. She definitely gets up earlier than she used to, but she's not as early as I do. It's quite funny because I come back and she's like completely passed out, like gazeboed in my bed, like. And I can sort of, it's quite funny because I can pretty much be ready by the time she's got up. So
yeah, post gym shower, ready with breakfast.
Yeah, ready. Have my coffee ready to go. So.
Oh, you do drink coffee?
Yeah.
I was wondering today if you drink coffee.
I drink black coffee once a day.
Yeah.
And it's probably like I actually probably would say it's my favorite drink. Just how good you feel after drinking it.
Just black?
Yeah.
No sugar, no nothing.
Well, I like it like I like my men, straight and black. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a lot of straight black friends?
I do.
Oh yeah?
Not a lot, but I do have some straight black friends. Why do you ask? Are you looking for something or?
Just because you're saying that's how you like your men. Yeah.
This is going to be an interesting episode to listen back to, isn't it?
I think so. I don't know if I will listen back to it.
Neither do I. I know I'll listen to it to edit it.
Right.
Edit the audio and then that'll be it. So.
Yeah.
It's like when you edit a video, do you watch it after you've edited it 250,000 times?
No.
Probably not, no. Unless you're submitting it for like the dissertation or for the video essay we did for the war module.
Oh, yeah.
I had to watch that back.
I didn't even do that. I did an essay.
Oh. I enjoyed it, to be honest. That's probably been my favourite assignment outside of the dissertation film that we're doing.
Yeah, I think I did a video essay as a group work for my queer module last term, and after that I was like, I don't want to do this again. It was such a pain in the ass.
Didn't you say you spent like 12 hours in the library?
Oh god, yeah, we were up in the guild hall from I think I got to campus at like 2, and then I went home at 3 a.m. We like ordered pizza to uni and stuff because we just had to finish it. And then of course one of our group members went home early. She was like, "Oh, I've done my part. See ya." And we were like, "Wait." Yeah, it's a bit rough.
Did you get a good grade for it?
Yeah, fine. 65 or something.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sort of sucked you had to spend that much. But I mean, it's a one night thing, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like you're doing it every single night.
No. And we hadn't worked that much on it before that. Like the actual video part took way longer than we expected. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, after that, I was like, I don't want to do the clip finding and editing and stuff again. I'm just gonna write an essay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did the podcast for the war one too.
I enjoyed doing that.
That was fun. Yeah.
That was really fun.
It was nice to have a more informal way to talk about this stuff.
Because I actually did it in here with
Really?
with James, the guy we spoke to just a minute ago. He was playing the Barbie song.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him did each other's podcast episode in here because he was also in the module.
Right.
So that was quite fun.
Yeah.
That was a really good way of doing an assessment.
Yeah. Yeah, I just did mine alone in my room.
Or did you just like to talk to
I was
yourself?
just talking to myself. Yeah.
Did you have a script or?
Yeah. I had a script, but I had read through it a few times. Like I wasn't just reading off it. But yeah, it went well. She liked it.
Good.
Yeah. Although I didn't do much. Did you add like outro music or intro music or anything like that?
I added a audio clip from the news report that I did. So it's like a 10-second audio.
Yeah.
Apart from a video from a news report. It sort of just explained what had happened.
Right.
But it was done in like a biased way. So I used that.
Okay.
And then like sort of talked about that, and that helped me. I got a good grade for that, to be honest with you. I was quite surprised. I was pretty chuffed with it.
Yeah, same.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna add I was talking about the show MASH. I don't know if you've heard of it. Korean War sitcom from
No. I've heard of it.
And they have a very iconic intro song. And I was gonna put that in the intro, but then it took so long to find it, and I didn't really know how to clip it together. And I was like, you know what? I've already recorded the thing. I'm just gonna do this.
Submit it and go.
I think at a certain point with assignments, I sort of finish it, and I'm like, I could do this little extra bit, but then it's 3 hours more work for very little reward, and it went well anyway. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't have got you an extra mark or two, would it?
Yeah, which wouldn't even have made a difference. Yeah.
No, I said, do you think it would have?
Oh, well, I got a first on it.
Oh,
so
that's
it was like
damn, I don't think you get.
Yeah, she was
pretty
her feedback was yeah, I don't have any notes for you. So I was like, clearly I didn't even need that.
Jesus, what did you get? A 75?
No, I got a 72. And I'm okay. If you're gonna give me no notes, at least give me 100. If there's nothing to improve,
I don't think you can ever get. I don't think you can ever get above 85. Can
why?
you?
What's the point of the scoring system from 40 to 75 or whatever, or 80?
Mate, don't ask me. I have no idea.
The best I've gotten ever is a 76 or something.
That's good.
Yeah, it is good. But why have all these other numbers at the top when you can't even get to them?
I have no idea. It's just the way they grade it, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, but it's weird.
I just wish they don't do it in the way that the BTECs do it. Distinction,
I don't know
merit.
what that means.
So you have pass, merit, and distinction star. That's how we used to do it at college. Which I guess that would make sense why it's different.
Yeah.
Because it's more coursework based.
Do you have to go to college in England?
You have to stay in education until you're 16, 18. And that can be in the form of an apprenticeship, A-levels, college, or something else. But I don't think everyone does. There's some people just go straight to work at 16.
Yeah. Oh, so you do college instead of A-levels?
I did college instead of A-levels. You can do either or.
Okay. So complicated here.
You think?
Yeah, in Norway we have elementary school, middle school, high school, and then you're just done at 19.
19?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
we have an extra year of elementary school, and we start at 6.
So it's
years
earlier.
old. Yeah. No, later. No?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know what age we start. I know it's obviously quite young.
Yeah.
Damn. 19. I think that's not a bad thing in a way. You're more
No.
educated.
More mature.
Yeah. How does it actually feel now? Like you've been on here for like over an hour.
I kind of have to pee.
Do you need to go for a piss?
I had this coffee too, which doesn't help.
That helps you.
Well, it's been an hour. Oh, it's been over an hour.
If you need to go, man, you need to go.
But can we pause and then I can go pee?
Yeah, of course
and
you
come
can.
back?
Yeah, of course.
Because I would like to keep it going.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's actually this is pretty good because then I can just cut this bit out because I know what I'm looking for now. It'll just be like no audio at all. So yeah, I'll take a break.
All right, cool.
See you in a minute.
See you.
How was your piss?
It was good. Yeah, normal.
Normal.
Yeah.
Now we're back at it.
Yeah. Normal as in a really slow drip, and you really gotta shove it out.
Thanks for
Some people say that I have an enlarged prostate, but I just don't really believe that.
What the fuck? Thanks for that, George.
No, I'm just kidding.
That was nice.
Yeah. It's intense to do sit and talk like this. It's very like concentrated. Usually when I have conversations, there's I'm not wearing headphones
No.
or speaking into a mic.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't really hear yourself talk, can you? As well as you
yeah.
can hear yourself now.
That's true as well.
But it's nice to know that your audio is actually coming through.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
And you also
And
get...
what you sound like.
Yeah. 'Cause
Sometimes at least.
you sound much more different in terms of how you hear yourself without headphones
Yeah.
or like hearing yourself back for like a video or something as you do when you hear yourself normally. You know, you have to sort of go over that cringe as well a little bit.
Yeah.
I used to cringe so much at like the videos that I did
Yeah.
for XTV.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, oh, just get over it, mate.
Yeah, same. It's crazy how when you get older, you just get less insecure about stuff.
It's good. It's a very good thing.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
one
very
of those
good
things
thing.
that I love about getting older. I just remember looking back at being 19, like the amount of things I was worried about every single day running through my head, and then now I don't even think about it.
What like?
Like how everyone perceives me at any given time. That's like, why was I doing that? This is a big secret that I've learned. Nobody thinks about you when they leave you significantly. Like, I started trying to remember what have other people said when I was like, oh, that was so stupid. Why did I say that? They're probably talking about me. And then I'm like, well, what did literally anybody else say? And I don't remember anything. And I think people are so wrapped up in their own lives that they're not giving me some random stranger I meet and I said I was awkward or said something weird. They're not going to remember that. They're going to be like, oh, I met this guy. I wonder what he thinks of me,
Yeah.
So why do I care? And then why does it matter what this person thinks of me in their own head? The amount of weird thoughts I have, I don't need to be concerned with what other people
You forgot
think.
about it within 5 minutes, haven't you?
Yeah. I was just taking a breath.
Oh, you can breathe normally, you know that, don't you?
Yeah. I'm just, I'm nervous that my breath comes through a lot.
I can't hear you, so you sound fine.
Yeah. That's why I have my mic tilted to the side like this.
You're a natural.
Yeah. I think I should probably do podcasts for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would your podcast be about? Would it just be
Israel-Palestine, probably. Israel-Palestine. It's an unfortunate situation.
It's a very interesting situation in terms of how it's been perceived, really.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I know the gist of it, of what's happened, but I haven't done my research on both sides of the story.
Yeah.
To form an opinion that's well balanced, and obviously got evidence behind it as well.
Yeah.
I couldn't. You could probably tell me some facts, and I'd be like, yeah, sure. You could tell me something. I had no idea.
Well, I think the arguments are sort of there for both sides. And whatever you listen to, it sort of is based on what you already believe in a way, what you end up with. I think, and I think taking a side, some people are so adamantly I hate this, I love this side or whatever. And I'm I just don't, it's so far away from me. Why do I need to have a strong opinion about this? I'm not a foreign policy minister. Nothing I do is going to affect what happens there. So I can observe it, but I'm not going to be I firmly believe that this side is right. And it's terrible that people are dying. But other than that, I'm not, yeah.
I can't believe you're a uni student and you said that. You said that no one hears this because,
Yeah. That's probably the most PG response. No, no opinion at all. Yeah.
But that's just a mature way of looking at it.
Yeah. But what's crazy to me is that people will take this and become anti-Semitic. I know Jewish people that have nothing to do with this, and it's like, oh, it's the Jewish people. I'm like, what? Like,
it's a repeat of 100 years ago, isn't it?
Yeah, but and it's like, just because someone is a certain race or whatever, doesn't mean that they're involved in whatever's happening with other people of the same race. You know? Yeah. So I think that's a shame.
It is a massive shame.
Yeah.
It's scary that history is slightly starting to repeat itself.
Yeah.
In terms of how we view Jews.
Yeah. Like, I don't get it. Yeah.
We're humans, we're fucking idiots.
Yeah. And like, the internet too is crazy for these opinions.
Well, it gives stupid people a platform.
Yeah.
To say stupid shit.
And it's like the loudest, most opinionated people get the most clicks and the most views.
Have you heard of? Do you know who Douglas Murray is?
No.
He is a political commentator who writes for, I believe it's Spectator, I want to say. And he said, in a debate, it's not about what is said, but it's how well you come across in the argument. That gets more, it's more memorable from the debate itself. So you could say some really good points, but if you weren't making jests and jokes, those 3 moments will probably, outweigh the whole entire argument that you had.
Yeah.
And when people look back on it, they'll probably just see those highlights as opposed to the whole argument itself. Which, it's just a shame.
Yeah.
It's a huge shame. And I think it's the polarization that you get with the internet is quite horrifying, really.
Yeah.
Especially for when we have kids, could you imagine how worse it's going to get?
Yeah. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in 20 years.
But I'm optimistic that there'll eventually be control.
Mm.
But then again, how do you control it?
Yeah, that's true.
Because
just don't give your kids phones. Don't let them go on TikTok when they're kids.
Yeah,
that
give them a flip
with
phone.
Their brains.
Give them a shit phone or something.
Yeah, that's what I had. I remember sending people songs on Bluetooth after school. That was about the extent of it. Playing Bubble Pop, and then I'd go home and play with my toys, or I'd sit in the garden and be so bored that I had to come up with something to do. I had to entertain myself.
Do you think that's the approach you'll do with your kids? A flip phone? Or a shitty phone that has no access to social media?
Oh, for sure. I think it's so important for kids to be bored. I mean, I wouldn't be I write and do all this creative stuff now, but that would never have happened if I had TikTok and stuff when I was a kid. Because my whole attention would have been absorbed. I never would have had the space to be imaginative and play around with stuff like that. Yeah. So I think it's sort of a curse.
It is.
Yeah. And then you look at stuff like Cocomelon and the new kids shows.
Cocomelon, what is that?
Oh God, it's like a YouTube channel that it's basically just nursery rhymes with this horrible animation. It looks like AI did it. There's no shadows, there's no plot, and then it's just the cow jumped over the fence, and then the cow and the 2 cows jumped over the fence, and then you get 4-hour compilations of that, and kids will just sit glued because it's so stimulating. It's singing, there's animation, stuff happens, but it doesn't do anything to their brains.
Do you know what's also a bit of a worry for me as a parent is the idea of being one of those parents. Have you seen them when they're pushing their kids in the pram and the pushchair, and all they're doing is looking at their phone and just scrolling?
Yeah,
just constantly scrolling. It's man, the kid is right in front of you.
Yeah, and you only get so many years with your kids.
Yeah,
we've already spent the majority of the time we're ever going to spend with our parents, with them. Sort of a sad reality, but yeah.
It makes you more appreciative of it because we grew up when phones weren't as as advanced as they are now.
Yeah.
God, yeah. I can actually there's some camcorder footage of me when I was a kid that you watched when my dad used to record me. That sounds dodgy, not like that. But I didn't think
it was dodgy. It's been a while since you saw your girlfriend.
It's a couple of weeks. But there was videos of me as a kid throwing bread at swans and stuff. Best before obviously you realise that feeding bread to ducks and stuff is not good. But
no, and swans are quite dangerous.
Yeah, they don't fuck about.
No.
Yeah, and there's videos of when my dad come home as well. My mum would used to record me. I used to go up to him and be like, "Daddy," I used to be really happy to see him and stuff. And that's really sweet that you can look back on that and just see that you have that relationship with your parent. And right now it's more of just I feel like some kids are also used for people's publicity on their phone. Do you know what I mean? Like they just post all about their kid.
I saw this video of a woman who they just put their dog down, and she was there with her kid in the car, and she was trying to get a thumbnail for her YouTube video about it, and she was like, "Look like you're crying," and the kid was like, "Well, I am crying," and it's like, "Yeah, but cover your eyes, like look sad," and she was like instructing him, and he was weeping, Jesus. And I was like, "What are you doing here? Like, is this the type of like you're manipulating your kid's emotions for a thumbnail for a video about his dog dying? Like he was crying. Look like you're crying more. Like
that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That is. Jesus.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we won't be like that.
I hope not. I feel like we see it more.
We're more self-aware.
Yeah. About it, just because we grew up with it. You sort of. Yeah.
I think it's also because it's YouTube. It's more of a fame thing, isn't it? You see that people are engaging with it better.
Yeah.
Like the thumbnail, people are going to give that a click.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to might make you more money.
Yeah.
Your videos are monetized and stuff.
Definitely.
And then the big kid becomes this sort of a source of revenue, doesn't it? Really?
It's like a prop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not a life for a kid.
No, it's not.
No, it's like child actors too grow up fucked up because they're like commoditized.
Commercialized? Commoditized?
No.
I know what you mean. You are right in what you're saying.
Okay. Sometimes I don't remember words.
Mate, neither do I. And I'm fucking English, so
yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's the way it is, isn't it? Really.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it is.
Especially kids now that grow up on YouTube, their own channels themselves, not like through their parents, and then they become effed up because of what fame does to them.
Yeah.
Did you hear of a guy called T.W.T?
No.
He was a YouTuber who died a couple of weeks ago, and he during COVID he would infiltrate like Zoom calls and stuff, and he all his videos were like just absolute wrecks in terms of what it'd be a lot of shit posting.
Yeah.
And obviously as he was young, because he was like 18, 19 when he did this, he got really famous from it. Like he had a lot of subscribers from it, and he sort of kept being this person. And eventually he started doing drugs.
Right.
And over time he kept doing more and more drugs, and eventually that became what killed him.
Wow.
So he died younger than us, or the same age as you, but younger than me.
Yeah.
Which is, not right.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah. I think like Charlie D'Amelio too talked about how awful it is to be young and famous, because she was so famous, or still is, I guess.
She's a singer, right? Or
I think she's like a TikTok personality.
Oh, I definitely heard the name.
Yeah, I just saw a clip about it like the other day. Just obviously, I'm clips of everything running through my brain. Are you bored?
No. No. I think I just need some water.
Yeah.
A bit dehydrated. I think people want to hear me drinking some water through their headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else is a fucked up child actor? Colin McCulkin.
Yeah.
The kid who was young Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace.
Oh yeah.
Because he got bullied.
That's such a shame too. He's a kid.
Yeah.
He's trying his best.
Yeah. Definitely, that's another thing why they go to therapy and stuff, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. I mean, even the guy that played Anakin, Hayden Christensen, was bullied. And now everyone loves him. But at the time, he like quit acting and everything. Just because people didn't like it.
There's also
they thought it was bad. Like, get over it.
There's also when it goes to the complete extreme and you get death threats and stuff.
Yeah.
The actor for Joffrey in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
If you'd seen it, he quit acting after Game of Thrones. I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
did. He did theatre acting.
Right.
But because of the amount of hate he got for playing the role of Joffrey,
which is crazy because he was such a good actor.
He was incredible.
Playing a horrible character. Like, he should be adored for his performance, not hated because his character is a piece of shit. Guy is ridiculous. But people, I think, they care too much about celebrities and stuff like that. They make it their whole lives to like sending a text to a celebrity saying "fuck you." Like, what kind of person are you then?
Well, I think it's when your life is so uninteresting, you need to find someone else interesting and then attach yourself to them like glue.
And you get some fame, you tweet like, oh, Joffrey's horrible. And then it gets like 10,000 likes, and you're like, oh, this is the validation I've sought my whole life.
Yeah. It's a shame.
It's a shame.
It's also the thing of like football. You know, you get people that get death threats, you know, racist chanting,
really,
that sort of thing. Yeah, it's a big thing. There's
what, because they play badly?
Yeah, because they lose. Like it was the Euros. You sounded like the Minecraft sipping sound effect. That was brilliant. It was at the Euros where Saka missed a penalty, I believe, and the amount of racial abuse he got, people actually got banned from football.
Really?
Because of how bad it was.
Why are you going for the race though? It's not even a.
Well, it's just a hate thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, they find they're so angry and so hateful that let's just call them the N-word or something.
Right.
Makes us feel better.
Yeah.
But like we just said, like, you haven't got anything interesting going on in your life. Yeah. I think definitely using social media as a platform for marketing. You know, that's what I do with this. I use it to post about the podcast, and then I just don't go on it at all. Like I literally have it in the bio of my Instagram account. It's called a post and ghost account. So I post, and I don't go on it until our next post again. And I do that with my LinkedIn at the moment. So I'll post something I've done, then I just won't go on it.
Are we connected on LinkedIn?
I don't know if we are. I'm pretty sure we are.
Yeah.
Is it a picture of you? If you got like you just in like a suit or something?
I'm wearing a red shirt.
No, I don't think I've connected them.
No. We gotta get on that.
LinkedIn is also like funny how cringe it is.
Yeah.
The amount of ass kissing that everyone does.
Yeah. And it's like
unreal.
Paragraphs of like, I am pleased to announce that I have accepted the role as blah blah blah. And it's like someone I went to high school with, and I'm like, yeah, what are you doing here?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I don't do that as well.
Oh yeah.
I would be a hypocrite if I didn't say I didn't do that. I'd more just post the videos that we do with XTV or you know, the podcast or something. I guess it's nice. I didn't realize I see it as like an online CV, because I found out that a friend of mine who actually graduated here, and he's actually a huge influence for why I came to Exeter.
Really?
In the first place, he got his job in London through LinkedIn. Like someone found like he was just posting stuff.
Yeah.
And they reached out to him, or he applied for them, and they saw it, and they were like impressed by it.
Yeah.
So that's changed my mindset in doing it. But I definitely like the way that I do it with the post and ghost. Like you post on it and you just don't come back on it for a bit.
Yeah. LinkedIn is also really boring to scroll.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
There's no jokes.
No
People are so serious.
No memes or anything. No dog memes or cat memes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just offensive memes.
Yeah. No Instagram reel car crashes. Yeah. What's your Instagram? We can get it after the show, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'll tag you in this. I've got your Instagram.
Oh, right.
I'll be tagging you in the post that I make anyway. So,
did you like my bio?
Is it with the chinos? There's like a link to like some account of chinos or something like that. Is it chinos?
No, khaki. Oh, full khaki.
That's it. Full khaki. That's it.
Guys, check out my Instagram page, full khaki.
Is that a natural like you created that?
Yeah.
Because I was going through it, I was thinking, what the fuck is this?
It's exploring a phenomenon that happens when people get older, where they dress in full khaki outfits. My dad and I did this for a while.
What, you were dressed in full khaki?
No, we just found so many old people, and then we take secret pictures of them. From the back, you don't know who they are.
It's not really a good style, I'll be honest.
No.
It doesn't look... No, I don't think it looks that good. Khakis look nice, but a full khaki is...
It's the khaki jacket that I'm like... What age do you get to where you're like, you know what? I like the color of my pants, and my jacket's going to be the same.
Yeah, it's like if you wore denim jacket and denim jeans.
Yeah. It's just a bit much.
Yeah, it just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Unless it's different colours.
Yeah.
Like black denim and blue jacket, or black jacket and blue.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Oh, but I meant my bio for the podcast, my little blurb or whatever you called it.
Oh, it's like, and I have many hobbies. Something like going on podcasts.
Yeah. Hobbies
like
including but
I think
not
I actually
limited to
deleted that
going on podcasts.
Well,
you changed it.
I think
What is it now?
Massive knob. No. I know. I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you what I've done, because I've got it like saved, ready to go.
Yeah. When does this come out, by the way?
This will probably come out once we finished. I'll probably edit it on that computer.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hopefully take about 10-15 minutes. Then I will upload it. So it'll be uploaded in the next hour, probably, or 2 hours.
Nice.
So, yeah, well, I'll tag you in it. I mean, like you said, you probably won't watch it. I probably won't listen to it either as well.
I probably won't know. I've kind of done it already, you know.
What's that?
I've kind of done it now. I've listened to myself talk for an hour and a half.
So why do you need to do it again?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Should we talk about something else interesting before the end of the show?
We've got another 18 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Not like podcast logistics. I don't know. What is your biggest fear?
Biggest fear is probably not making the most of my life or being married to the wrong person.
Oh, yeah?
And then having that influence on my kids. And then, you know, the financial burden of a bad marriage.
Yeah.
You know, the stress that comes with it. You know, just the quality of life that you have. I think that would probably be I know that's two answers, but I think they're very interlinked.
Yeah.
How about you?
Death is probably up there.
Death? Really?
Yeah. I don't want to die.
Well, you're going to die one day, mate.
Yeah, but when I'm old, hopefully.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess.
I'm not afraid of dying at like 90, but I mean, I probably will be.
I hope so.
Yeah, I like being alive.
But so I think we all do. Well,
yeah.
Most people.
So I fear death. I think people should fear death. Who are you? Don't fear death? That's it.
Well, I mean,
it depends on what you believe in.
I think knowing that you're going to die is sort of humbling in a way because it makes you realise that some of the dumb shit that you do, like we were saying a minute ago, you know, it's not going to matter at the end of your life, are you? You're not going to look back on it in 50 years' time.
Yeah.
You know, or like when you're 90 and you're sitting on your deathbed, you're not going to sit there and think about that shit handshake you gave someone or like that voice crack you had at a presentation.
Yeah.
You're not going to remember it, are you? Let's be honest.
No, of course.
And it sort of helps you to push forward a little bit.
Yeah.
With courage as well, you know, taking leaps of faith and doing things that are quite frankly scary.
Yeah.
So I would say, I think we all realistically fear death, you know. I've not had a near-death experience, so I can't attest to that.
Yeah, me neither.
But I think the idea of not fearing it and accepting that it's going to happen one day helps you to move on. Yeah.
Well, I think you can fear it and accept it at the same time.
Yeah.
I know I will die, but I'm still afraid of it.
That's why you do all the good. That's why you'd have like the healthy habits, like good sleep, good nutrition.
Yeah.
You know.
I think maybe I'm afraid of dying young. I think is more the thing. Yeah, not of death in general.
I guess that sort of then that links to not having making the most of your life.
Yeah,
because you haven't got a life to live.
Yeah, I want to experience the whole thing. That's me knocking on wood.
Not do the same.
Oh. Yeah. What are your hopes and dreams?
Hopes and dreams. Travel the world for a year or two. Have kids. Be financially successful. And be a good role model to my siblings and to other people. I think that's a thing for me.
Do you have older or younger siblings?
Younger.
No.
Younger, yeah. I think my granddad told me that my brother looks up to me, and my sister would, I guess, because you're the oldest, and then also my cousin looks up to me. He said to me not to put any pressure on you, but
it's a lot of responsibility.
It is, and it can be a good thing and a burden.
Yeah.
As well, but that is something you need to accept, really, because you said you've got younger brother and sister. Yeah,
I have kind of a complicated one because I have younger half siblings that are my mom and my stepdad's, and then I have my stepdad has a son from before I met him, and then my stepmom has two sons that are older than me too, from before, and then they have a cousin who's from their father's side who is also part of our family now. It's a whole complicated situation. And then there's also another cousin who she's also part of our family in a significant way, but she lives in California, so we don't see her as much. So it's kind of like it's a lot of different people. But I sort of consider them all my siblings in a way. Maybe not the cousins.
No, because they're not siblings, are they?
Like I didn't grow up with them.
No.
But definitely close. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of older and younger.
Yeah. What about you then? What's your life goals?
I like to write a book. I like to write many books. Finish the one I'm writing now.
How far have you come?
It's sort of hard to gauge. I have the first 2.5 chapters are pretty much there,
Holy shit.
and then I have like parts of chapters later on sort of done. So like it'll be like a lot of pages, but I need to I keep sort of starting over, and then they have to be changed a little bit. But yeah, I don't even know how many words in total. Maybe like 20,000 or something.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
Yeah. But I've been working on it for ages, for
Good.
like 3 years. Yeah, I want to write like mystery novels too.
What's the book about?
It's like fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah, something I've been doing since I was a kid. Just like I used to play a lot with my stepbrothers, like fantasy stuff. I'll have different powers and stuff, and then they grew up, but I was still a kid, so I just started doing it in my head, and that sort of grew. And then I became interested in writing, and I was like, oh, I could put those together.
And there you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fantasy nerd too, so that works out.
What's your... trying to think of what is fantasy, like what shows and...
Like Lord of the Rings.
Is that... I mean, yeah, that is fantasy.
For sure.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
not seen them in ages.
Yeah, really good. Extended edition.
How long is that? Like just under 4 hours? isn't
4
it?
hours each film. 4
4
films,
hours?
Or 3 films, yeah. It's like a 12-hour. During COVID, my roommate and I did the whole... We woke up early and watched them all throughout a day.
Jesus Christ.
It was you get a bit tired from sitting in a couch all day.
You must become like mental potatoes after the end. I remember I did the whole of Breaking Bad final season in one day,
Really?
and I felt like an absolute zombie
Yeah.
by the end of it. I was literally just like mushed
A
over,
lot of hours, yeah.
just sitting there at my desk watching this. It's a great show.
Yeah.
It is a great show.
Great show. Have you seen Better Call Saul?
I have, and I need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I watched all of it quite quickly, but I need to really watch it again. Probably when I finish uni.
Right.
You know,
It's really good.
it is.
I like it more than Breaking Bad. Personally.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to pick. I think I need to watch both again and then give you a verdict on that for me.
Yeah. But yeah, hopes and dreams. I want to sort of live a nice and happy life. I also want to travel around. I'd like to go to places I haven't been, South America and stuff. Yeah.
When do you think you'll do that?
I guess after uni. After next year.
Get a job,
Makes
save
sense.
up.
Yeah. Something like that. I want to turn 100 years old.
100. What are you going to do on your 100th birthday?
Probably sit in a chair. And groan about my knees or something.
My back.
Yeah. Talk to my grandkids for like 2 hours without just talk at them.
And then
Tell
just on
them
their
stories
phone.
about me. Yeah.
Then their VR experience.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
of course. They're in their
whatever,
Apple Vision
Granddad.
Pro, Vision Quest Pro.
If you say so, Granddad.
They're like YouTube Subway Surfers in front of me while I'm talking.
Yeah. Man, it'd be weird to see how far we've come as a species in 100 years.
Yeah.
Hopefully what we mentioned earlier about the polarization doesn't get worse.
Hmm.
Because do you know what? I think there is always that thought of a civil war happening.
Yeah.
You could
What, in England?
No, not in England. Potentially in some country.
Yeah.
You know, with the
Like
effects.
America.
Yeah, America, somewhere else. I couldn't really give you a country that comes to mind, but I could see it happening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, people can really go so far
Yeah.
to really think how right their side is.
Mm. People get very radicalized with everything. I think. Politics especially.
Well, it's the confirmation bias, isn't it? Is what
Yeah.
they call it. It's reinforcing your thoughts, makes you feel better about yourself, then
Yeah.
challenging your thoughts. Because then it will go through cognitive dissonance, isn't it?
Mm.
To then break down what you think already.
Yeah.
That's true. So
Do you know much about Flat Earth?
I've heard of the theory. I've heard of it. Why?
I remember I watched there's like a Netflix documentary about it, where it came from. And obviously in the documentary they can't prove that it's flat. They instead do 2 experiments that prove that it's round. but then they go, oh yeah, we didn't do it right. This is wrong. But the conventions are so funny because everyone has different ideas of what it is, but they all agree that it's flat. And there's that confirmation bias there where people just want to be part of a group, and like it gives them a lot of.
It gives you joy, doesn't it? That connection that you have with other people. Yeah.
It's like a way to socialize.
Yeah, just telling people that the Earth's flat.
Yeah, but I think it's such a funny theory, because it's not even, nobody agrees on what the flat Earth is. Some people think that we're in like this barren ice-scape. Other people think that the ice wall expands into other continents that we're being suppressed from, and it like doesn't explain so many natural phenomenons that globe Earth does. But they're like, no. I know it's flat. I can't see the curve. And I was like, okay, but do you only believe things you can see?
Jeez.
What about the birds are fake conspiracy? Do you know that one?
No, please tell me.
It's in America. The theory is that all birds have been replaced by government drones. So no birds are real. And that's why they sit on power cables to charge. They're like government spies.
Oh, I've heard of that, of birds charging by planting their arse on. Yeah. But then they get like electrified as well.
Yeah. Well, not if you sit on one cable. I think you have to touch two of them to get electrified.
Yeah. Okay. But
I just think it's so funny. All birds, who like first they have to kill all birds, impossible, and then they replace them all with drones.
And there's also the thing of, if you kill birds, they do have like an effect of where they actually help with plants regrowing, don't they? Because they eat seeds, shit out seeds, and then where that seed lands, then some grows. Yeah,
and they manage like mice populations and bugs and stuff. But the other thing is, like, have none of these people seen roadkill? Like birds, like a bird carcass on the side of the road? It doesn't look like a drone. No. I could tell you that.
Yeah, I don't see the little robot animatronics sticking out.
I just think it's a bit ridiculous what people want to believe in.
Some people just weird.
Yeah. Do you believe in an afterlife?
So what, when you die, there's heaven, or
I guess, do you believe in like a soul, or like that there's some other thing?
I don't know. Part of me does and part of me doesn't. Part of me doesn't because what would you do in this afterlife? You just sit there?
Yeah.
And you just don't think and don't feel. But part of me is like, that'd be nice to be with your loved ones again.
That'd be sick. If heaven was real,
bro, sign me up.
Yeah, I'd be hanging out there. Yeah.
But yet again, if it does exist, and I guess it can make you a little bit less appreciative of what you've got already.
Yeah.
Because if you know you're going to go somewhere good, hopefully somewhere good, what's the point in?
Yeah.
Doing what you already do.
Making the most of it now. It's sort of, what can I do to get to the thing, instead of what can I do right now to be happy. Yeah. I don't believe in that stuff. No. Like spiritualism and stuff.
I do believe in like spiritual stuff, like lighting candles at churches and stuff, and thinking that there's something bigger out there in the universe.
Yeah.
Because there's too many coincidences in life.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. But I guess you can always just say it's just a chance.
Yeah. I kind of like that. Just that everything is it just is. And there's no like divine guidance or any higher power.
But it helps you to accept fate as well, for me.
Yeah.
That's something I like doing. Thinking, that's just a challenge for me to grow. That's just happens to me. I need to use that as a tool to like become a better person.
Yeah.
And it helps me to, look at a situation and get the good out of the bad. Out of the bad ones.
A lot of people have it, and I do see the value of it in people when they explain it to me. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you that you're wrong forever. But I have argued a lot with people about it too.
Really?
Yeah.
How adamant are?
Well, I am sort of intrinsically a very why person. Like, I like things to have a reason, like why you believe in something. And then often it's like, well, I just want to believe in it. It makes me feel good. And I'm like, yeah, but there's no evidence. Like this, yeah. So I get very into that sort of reason-based, like logic mindset. Where I'm like, explain it to me in a way that I can understand. And when they can't, I'm like, well, then I think you're wrong. But yeah, I've sort of grown to accept that people have their different beliefs. And as long as you're a kind and caring person, then that's what really matters to me.
Well, it's the thing, isn't it? As long as you're not pushing it onto other people.
Yeah.
Pushing your agenda onto other people.
Yeah.
My housemate got accused of being a silent killer.
Okay.
The other day. You know, like the Palestine.
You farted, or?
No, God no. Well, hopefully not. He wasn't at a Palestine protest. He was eating with a friend. There's a Palestine protest going on around the area, and they were chanting the different chants. I don't remember what they are, but they pointed up to him, not at him directly, but the people around his area, and were saying that people watching bystanders standing still, you know, you're killers as well, sort of thing as well. So it was quite funny.
That is quite funny to put that on someone because they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's that thing, isn't it? They're pushing their thing onto other people, aren't they?
Yeah. I also don't think marches and parades are necessarily the most effective way to get stuff like this done. I don't think Bibi Netanyahu is going to see a pro-Palestine march and go, oh, I probably shouldn't be doing this. You know, like it does raise awareness, but is that what makes the difference?
It's like, do you think it's like the Just Stop Oil stuff? Like where they go around pouring paint all over people?
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be effective.
It's just more annoying than it is effective. But
it's like the guy that did it in uni. Did you see that?
When he did it again, on Forum, outside Forum, yeah.
Did that? What did that do?
Got a headline.
Yeah, that's true.
Got a headline out of it.
But people know that oil is bad for the environment already, surely.
Yeah.
So, what is he telling us? To stop? I think big oil corporations, again, are they going to see that and go,
oh shit, yeah, let's quit. Yeah.
Well, maybe there is something to raising awareness. I don't know.
Well, I think it's important to raise awareness to issues that happen. But I think it's also to be realistic in that some of these big oil companies do a lot of good funding.
Yeah.
Well, they fund the university, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You know, which funds the research, which funds the people to have their degrees.
Yeah, and then they can go into oil.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. People will prove me wrong, but
yeah. In the comments, leave some comments below, guys.
Yeah.
Comment on yeah, I mean, I come from basically an oil state. You know, a lot of Norway's economy is like built on oil. Obviously had stuff going on before that, but the reason Norway is so like as rich as it is now is because of oil. So I don't have a like massive like, oh, I hate oil, because that would be a bit hypocritical.
Yeah, considering that's what your country is.
Yeah, I mean that's part of why growing up there has been so nice. Yeah.
Do you look forward to going back?
Yeah, I do. But I'm happy to be here too.
Good.
Yeah, but it's always nice to go home, see my family and friends.
I think that's the thing of university, isn't it? The independence that you start getting at an earlier age, that then takes you into adulthood, takes you in for the rest of your life. Is such a good feeling. And then it also teaches you the importance of appreciating your loved ones. So when you go home, you get to see them.
Yeah.
You know, you got that more things to talk about, haven't you, really, as opposed to always living at home.
And it's nice, too, to come back and be different. Like, I notice I change. So then the way I interact with them is different, too. Like, bring new life into the dynamic.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you live at home...
you don't really grow as a person, do you?
Yeah, well, you grow, but you grow in relation to your parents. So I feel like when you're apart from them, you sort of become a person outside of them more so. And then I think it's more interesting to interact with them. So I have different ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe different behavior. And then I'm home for like 2 months and I go, I want to go back to my own life.
Yeah. Are you back? Are you May till July
then? Yeah, although I'm coming back for EGB.
Oh, you got tickets?
Yeah.
What about the summer soiree that we're going to do for X Media?
When is that?
We'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
Will it be announced?
Well, then I don't know. I probably won't come back for 2 weekends, though. It'll be a bit much. I want to work for a bit. But then I'm going to be in England for a while in July, too.
It will be it'll be very close to the EGB date.
Okay.
If that helps.
Okay. So maybe I can do both.
That'd be good if you could.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Nice little send-off.
Yeah.
Till you get involved again with societies next year?
I don't know.
Well, you'd be like, what, 60? So.
I might be a bit old. I don't know if they'll accept me. I don't know. I'll definitely do Scandi because I still have friends there. And it's just a nice social or reason to go socialize. Other than that, I might do XTV, but I think it won't be the same without you. As the station head.
Thank you.
Yeah. And what am I going to talk to? Who am I going to talk to?
How you can do another podcast?
Exactly. I won't.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to see how XTV gets on.
Yeah.
I think it'll do well. I don't think it'll be fine. I think it'll do well, to be honest. I think Nabila, who's going for station manager last time I checked, will do a good job.
Yeah.
You know, and there'll be first years and second years that'd be interested in doing it. And I'd be very happy to pass on the reins.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's time to do it really. I think if I did it for another year, I'd become to hate the degree society, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, and you don't get paid. Although you should do volunteering and stuff, it's not a bad thing to do. Yeah. But doing it for too long when you could be making money with your time, you know, it's not the most productive thing to do, is it really?
No.
So, yeah, finish, hand over the reins, May, June time. Start working, you know.
Yeah. I guess you're done. Do you know what you're going to do?
Get a graduate job with a university, hopefully. Or if not, just work and just apply for any job that comes my way. I'll be totally just be honest. Yeah.
Any idea where you want to live?
Maybe in Exeter for another year or two.
Oh, yeah?
Or maybe London.
Is Kate coming back?
She comes back next year. But my thought process behind that is not to be the reason why I come back, because we've not been together. We've not been together for that long enough to think that way, in my opinion.
But if it happens,
it'd be good. It'd be nice. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if we had do another year long distance. I don't mind doing that. I think it'd be easier if we're in the same country, because I can come down every month or something like that. Yeah. And if it's coming back to Exeter, you get to see your handsome face as well. Mm-hmm. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only reason actually I'd come back, just to see you.
We can keep doing this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. We just do episode 4, 5, season 2, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is this review. Me and you. Yeah.
We could do a whole season.
A whole season.
Yeah.
We just talk about the same things over and over again.
Yeah, we just keep having this
Nothing changes, and it's like people thinking the list like they pressed the wrong episode, but it's actually the same episode every single time. Yeah. Or what we could do is we can actually just upload the same audio file every single time from the first episode, but just change the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And change the description.
Title. Yeah. I think that'd be good.
I think people. Yeah, I don't think that many people listen to it anyway. I think one person does, who Neve was on the previous episode. I think she said she listens to it, which is nice. But I don't do it for people to listen to it, to be honest. I do it more to improve my speaking capabilities. I enjoy talking to people as well. It's also doing that thing where you do something personal, like a personal project and stuff, and then you publicise it. Yeah. You have to overcome that feeling of everyone really cares what you're doing, or people are judging you. But once you start posting, like you said earlier, no one really gives a fuck. Yeah. You know, there may be someone that probably laughs at it, thinks it's a bit silly, but I think once you overcome that, it's like, wow, is that it? Yeah. You know?
No, that's true.
So, and I only think if people banter about it, it's actually not a bad thing, because it gives you tougher skin.
Mm-hmm. Publicity.
Exactly.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've been going for over 2 hours.
Damn.
That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you thought it felt like 2 hours? It's been 2 hours, or?
Not actively. I haven't been thinking about it, but I'm noticing that I'm a bit tired.
Yeah. Well, should we wrap it up?
I think so.
George, can you tell people where to find you?
You can find me. I was about to give my address. Find me at Exeter Uni. I walk around sometimes. Yeah, at George_Wardwell on Instagram. Check me out.
Check him out.
Yeah, I got a lot of interesting stuff on there.
You got a picture of you as a kid as your profile picture, isn't it?
No, I'm not a kid in that. I'm like 20.
Was that your Facebook?
Facebook.
No, that's Facebook.
Used to be a kid, yeah. It was me in a suit as a kid, but I changed that.
Huh. Yeah. I must be thinking of someone else. Well, anyway, George, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
See you later.
See ya.